We finna react to the escalated Troy Avenue versus Taxstone beef. Now I'm finna keep it 100 with you. I don't even know what state they're at, what city they in. This is my first time ever hearing about this, so all this shit finna be new to me. You feel me? So let's see what the fuck going on with this shit. Shout out Insider Hotspot. You feel me? It's like this shit get into it.
I don't have an issue with Troy Ave. I think his music is mediocre, and he tried to portray this image that he was making greater music than everybody in the city.
Police sources say the man in the video with the gun is Roland Collins, aka Troy Ave. He was also shot in the leg and remains hospitalized. He's charged with criminal possession of a weapon, reckless endangerment, and menacing.
We have 4 people shot in the building behind me at a hip-hop concert last night around a little after 10 o'clock.
That's fine, but Irving Plaza is the facility who let people in with guns. Somebody at Irving Plaza didn't do their job. It ain't T.I. job to hire the security for Irving Plaza. Irving Plaza should have had metal detectors.
You see, he talking about T.I. I know T.I. So maybe I heard of folks and I just don't know. I don't know.
Irving Plaza should have had security with wands there. Irving Plaza should have had people patting them down, especially at a T.I. concert.
Right.
If I'm looking at the bill and I see T.I.
Oh my God. Step to the side. Oh, good. Okay. Hello, baby. Reach for it. You gotta look like a kid.
So I wouldn't care how you handle this situation if you didn't claim to be a street dude. Troy, clearly you don't want to go to jail, but you're thinking about your street cred, and you know how flawed street cred can damage your rap career. But I'm here to inform you that you can't have both. All right?
Hey, yo, squad, what's the drill? Back with another video, man. New York hip-hop has been making headlines in the news for a hot minute. Unfortunately, it's rarely in relation to the dope music that they've been dropping. A lot of the attention that NYC is getting revolves around rappers and their legal troubles. After the Bobby Shmurda and GS9 trial was over and before Tekashi would hit the scene and drill would take over, the Taxstone and Troy Ave fatal altercation at Irving Plaza was the talk of the city. After many years of drama, frustrations, and anger involving the situation, Troy Ave has made headlines as he proudly took the stand in court against his sworn enemy, Taxstone. His actions have caused quite a stir in the rap game and on the internets and in the urban barbershops. Many believe Troy Ave has now earned the title of a rat, while others look at the situation as a bit too complex to be dismissed in such an inflammable.
Man, so what the fuck is going on? Like, I thought these was 2 gangs that they was talking about. I ain't gonna lie to you. So these are 2 individual people that's rappers. Lots of people get mad in the comments when I don't know who these people is. People probably gonna be mad like, how you don't know who they is? I just don't know.
Tory way. So did Troy Ave really rap? We gonna figure it out. So without further ado, let's skip the play and get down to business. Before we proceed with the trial, we definitely got to break down how the beef between media personality and trailblazing podcaster Taxstone and successful independent businessman and rapper Troy Ave first came about. For starters,
he kind of looked like Martin Luther King if you look at him. No, not that nigga.
And successful independent business.
Merchant Hill kind of look like Martin Luther King a little bit. Folks look like Martin. No, never mind. Folks look like motherfucking that bandman Kelvo nigga.
Man and rapper Troy Ave first came about. For starters, they was beefing since about 2014.
So I respect his grind, but he's a liar. He's a pathological liar, and I can't fathom that. When you get on radio and you say shit like, I bought New York City back with what record? You haven't had a record yet.
Turns out they did have a.
He said folks says is a pathological liar. Damn. That mean his ass be lying a lot. That mean he's a super liar. Fuck is you talking about, folks? How the fuck? But niggas, I ain't gonna cap to you. Lots of rappers be thinking they run their city or they put on for this or they did this and they really that nigga in the city and they don't be doing shit. I want to say that's a pathological liar because that's what lots of rappers. Damn it, every rapper say they the king of their city or they did this and they did that. Knowing damn well they ain't put on nothing for their city. They got rich, left, then put on nothing for the hood, left. You feel me? But some niggas do put on for the hood, but that's how that shit be. Lots of niggas say they did this for the hood and did that and they don't do shit.
A little bit of history prior to things going public. Taxstone would be the one that really was pushing and maintaining the beef every chance he got. He just didn't seem to like Troy Ave's demeanor and felt like he wasn't being truthful about his musical respect and acknowledgement in the city.
You have to prove yourself when you talk shit. I talk a lot of shit, and I'm willing to prove myself. So that's what I'm saying. Prove yourself. Don't keep saying that you bought the city back and then you have no records. Like Brooklyn don't come out to his performances. Like they don't come.
Damn, he said he brought the city out, but that shit. I mean, if he lying about shit that niggas could obviously see, then yeah, I guess you is a capper. But I thought his up saying like, yeah, I'm, you feel me? This is my city. I'm a nigga of this city. Ooh, this, that, and the third. You know, I put the city on my back type shit. You know, lots of niggas do that shit.
Nowhere. So only people in performances is bloggers and radio.
The bad blood that spawned from the All About the Money single would no doubt be a factor in Taxstone's feelings as well.
Record, and then he dropped All About the Money, and it was like, that wasn't your record. When we liked that, it was like, okay, cool. And then it was like, oh shit, Manolo Rose wrote the whole record. It was like, all right, what's next?
Many don't know that the popular Troy Ave single was originally Manolo Rose's song.
Okay, so Troy Ave took the record.
Right.
He kept your hook.
Right.
And he did his own verses.
Yeah, but he kept a lot of the portions of my verses as well.
Damn, so niggas out here stealing niggas songs to get famous. He could have just had a ghostwriter. That's what lots of artists do. Just get a motherfucking ghostwriter, folks. Y'all don't gotta steal nigga lyrics.
Manolo was a local Brooklyn rapper that was signed to Jay-Z protege Memphis Bleak and was a very close friend of Taxstone's. So with All About the Money, Troy Ave liked the song so much, he decided he just didn't want to be on it. He wanted the joint for himself. So he went the back doorway about getting the song done without Manolo Rose even knowing.
Damn, that's some real bogus ass shit to do. Like lots of, I ain't gonna cap to you. That get someone fucked up inside the music industry because that's stealing. And if the song go viral, imagine if a nigga take your song and then he go viral with it. And everybody be like, yeah, he made a cold ass song. And it's your shit. Yeah, that makes someone motherfucking send someone to the afterlife. I'm not gonna cap to you. That shit get crucial.
I actually just heard this shit on the radio again. And that's when I was like, I'm like, nah. Cause see, the other person was different. It was a girl. And it was like, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't really think about it. But with him, you know, we was a little heated arguments going back and forth at first. And then we, you know, as time progressed.
According to Brado, even though it was mad disrespectful, he wasn't tripping on it too hard because he still found a way to capitalize on the moment the best way he could. However, when Rose started doing interviews and mentioning the situation with the song, Troy Ave would not take too kindly to the story being told and painting him in a negative light.
So you started doing some interviews,
right,
and kind of explaining the whole situation,
right?
And I guess Troy gets upset.
Yeah, they got upset over it. You know, just like anybody should.
As things would cool out, but
what the fuck you mean? As anybody should. Fuck out of here, folks. You knew you did some fuck nigga ass shit. Now I'm speaking out on it. Now you mad? You shouldn't have did it if you didn't want no one to speak out on it. What is you talking about? Don't do no fool shit and then get mad if someone speak out on it. That's your fault for doing it. You don't want no one to know what you doing? Don't do shit then.
Between Troy and Manolo, Taxstone remained charged up by the situation. Having already been a proud antagonist in Troy Ave's story, his motivation to stop was non-existent. After continuous internet jabs from Tax and many lyrical subliminals from Troy, things would eventually come to a head. As tensions between the two grew, their feud was constantly in the spotlight, with fans of both feeling forced to choose sides. Then 2016 came in the picture, and little did we all know nothing.
Talking about fans of both forced to choose sides. How the fans of both forced, unless they like motherfucking famous niggas that actually hang out with them? Cause ain't no rap beef gonna stop me from listening to someone. Like, bro, I'm gonna listen to you and your ops. If y'all both making good music, I'm gonna listen to both y'all niggas, folks. I don't know y'all niggas. Y'all was rappers to me, folks. The reason why I'm listening to you is because you a rapper. Not because you're beef, not because you from this hood, not because you from this. It's because your ass rap. So I don't give a fuck about no beef shit that you got going on. None of that shit, you feel me? I'm gonna listen to whoever the fuck I'm gonna listen to. And that's just how it's gonna be at the end of the day. I don't got shit to do with these niggas beef, so I don't know how the fuck the fans is forced to pick a side.
It wasn't the same after this year. On May 26, 2016, a fatal altercation would take place at Irving Plaza in New York City during a T.I. concert. While the exact details of the event are still unknown, it is believed that the incident was related to an ongoing beef between Taxstone and Troy Ave. This incident had devastating consequences, though, with Troy Ave's close friend Ronald McFadden, aka Banger, tragically losing his life as a result. R.I.P. to Banger, man. After the incident, the beef between Taxstone and Troy Ave was effectively put on Buzz Lightyear mode, set to infinity and beyond.
Shit, I ain't gonna cap to you, nigga. That's how it go. Like, shit just really be like shit till someone die. Like, if no one don't die, the beef is never really that serious, you feel me? But once someone die, oh yeah, that's when shit gonna get real for sure.
Word up. The aftermath of that night had serious implications for both Taxstone and Troy Ave's careers.
Yeah, May 2016. He was indicted on 1 count of attempted 4 counts of criminal possession of a weapon, and his bodyguard and friend, Ronald McFadden, was the gunfire spree. R.I.P. to Banger.
While Taxstone was ultimately indicted and arrested for the incident,
Tax was indicted for firearm possession as a felon, and he was indicted for second-degree for the Banger. Now, I don't know what happened in this situation.
Troy Ave's career was significantly affected by the negative publicity surrounding the incident. Mind you, when news first broke about the story, the original story was that Troy Ave had a gun and in the midst of the altercation hit himself and took out his best friend. Both things that couldn't be farther from the truth according to later reports.
You see, the internet needs to shut the fuck up. That be the problem. The internet just be, everybody be so quick to be the first to say some shit on the story to get them views. They don't be knowing the shit. That's why when I be doing lots of news shit, you feel me, when I decide to do it, I wait a couple hours before I actually make the video, because lots of time niggas be capping. And you feel me, I don't got time for that. Niggas, oh, you capping. Boy, I don't give a fuck about this news shit, boy. I'm listening to what the fuck this blog page said.
The infamous event at Irving Plaza opened up the larger conversation about the role of social media in escalating tensions between artists. It was clear that the ongoing feud between Taxstone and Troy Ave had been fueled by the public back and forth on social media, which had created an environment of animosity between the two that ultimately spilled over into real life. This event brought to light some of the potential dangers of using social media to criticize others and raise questions about how to handle disagreements between street cats in the industry without resorting to drastic measures. Police arrested Troy Ave after surveillance footage showed him firing a gun inside the venue.
Good evening, I'm Dana Tyler. We begin with that breaking news. Police have charged at least one person in last night's police shooting.
He also was hit with attempted hit charges and weapons charges.
He's charged with criminal possession of a weapon, reckless endangerment, and menacing.
The footage, which will find its way to every major news outlet in America, showed patrons huddled under a counter and clutching each other in fear as Troy, who appears to be limping, stopped and scanned the room before firing. There were nearly 1,000 people in the concert hall, Irving Plaza, when the fight began. One of the people hit, Christopher Vincent, was shot in the chest on the venue's ground level after a bullet traveled through the floor, said the chief of detectives, Robert Boyce. Another bystander, Maggie Hextall, was shot in the leg, authorities said. Police Commissioner William Braden blamed the BS on the crazy world of the so-called rap artists who are...
Damn, so this nigga out here popping niggas. I ain't gonna cap to you. Why the fuck is you shooting at the venues and shit? Niggas be tweaking. Because 9 times out of 10, you gonna hit other motherfuckers. Is it really worth it?
Were basically thugs that basically celebrate what they lived all their lives. The music, unfortunately, oftentimes celebrates street activity, degradation of women, and it's unfortunate that as they get fame and fortune, that some of them are just not able to get out of the life, if you will, he said. As you can see, it was a lot of pressure falling on Troy Ave.
Lots of niggas don't want to get out of their life because if they not promoting that shit, then they ain't gonna get no views no more. Niggas don't be wanting to hear that good shit, you feel me? Niggas want to hear that bad shit, shit that's gonna fuck up your life, you feel me? That's the type of shit that motherfuckers want to hear.
Ave in the initial days and weeks after the incident. Imagine you knowing what you know about the situation, yet media has still twisted the story, and it seems like the full legal weight of the city is pressing down on you. That's enough to make a man cold, motivated and ruthless in their pursuit to get their truth out. Flimsy street laws be damned. Fast forward a few months and Taxstone also put in them cuffs. At least he got an opportunity to record a few more iconic episodes of his podcast and move and shake a bit before handling business before he went in. Troy Ave would be released on a $500,000 bail before Tax saw the steel gate. He was still recovering from the wounds that he got during the melee. Once Troy Ave got out, he went in on Taxstone and Casanova like a man on a mission. The energy was very reminiscent of the furious anger Tupac had when he was released from prison. Ave, being the hustler and larger-than-life figure that he is, decided to take the Tupac parallels and run with it, thus calling one of his projects at the time New Pop. The comparison was further fueled by the fact that Troy Ave was the target of another attempted assassination shortly after being bailed out.
The 31-year-old was reportedly riding in a red Maserati at East 91st Street and Linden Boulevard around 420.
Come on, bro. I ain't gonna capture you. If you inside the hood, you can't be riding around in no bright-ass, rich-ass Maserati knowing you got ops. You an easy target, bro. First of all, that shit bright red, so niggas ain't gonna miss that shit. And then you in the Maserati in the hood. Lots of niggas ain't gonna be riding in Maserati in the hood. Niggas gonna flip your shit, bro, because they know it's your shit.
p.m. when he was shot and then crashed into a parked car. He is currently in stable condition at Brookdale Hospital.
After a speedy recovery, he was back on his mission to prove his innocence and to capitalize on the attention he was getting. A couple years would go by, and it would have seemed like the world moved on. Well, at least until Troy Ave dropped a controversial video for Too Legit to Quit in 2018.
Don't get found. If they dead, then you tell them. I'm only loyal to my fam. It's true. Middle finger from the stains. Either me or it's you.
In the song, he clearly hinted.
I never heard that song. I never heard that shit. I ain't gonna cap to you. I'm sorry.
To possibly testifying in the trial, and this sent the rap world in an uproar. Troy rapped, "I'm only loyal to my fam. Middle finger from the stand. It's either me or it's you." Quite a bold statement, huh, man? He would respond to the backlash in a lengthy Instagram post that contained a very potent sentence. He said, "You can't snitch on self-defense." The wildest is, prior to the track being released in 2017, Texas lawyer Kenneth Montgomery wrote a letter to the judge dealing with the Irving Plaza case. According to court documents,
well, he said you can't snitch on self-defense, but you can make yourself look bad. You feel me? And if you make yourself look bad, then you might not get self-defense. You feel me? Because your ass saying this, they're gonna be like, nigga, you wanted to do this shit. You glorifying this shit. That wasn't self-defense. Your ass is premeditated, bro. You rapped about this shit. This is something that you want to do. You feel me? So you just making yourself look bad. So yeah, you can't really snitch on self-defense, but motherfucker, you can't make yourself look bad rapping about it in songs and shit, bragging about it while your case is ongoing.
Entertained by the folks at Bossip, Montgomery asked why Troy Ave was allowed bail, even though he was also involved in the incident and is facing an attempted hit charge. Troy was, after all, seen firing a Streezy in footage of the incident. This is also viewed as snitching by a lot of people. Interesting when you think about it. Well, after the smoke cleared, it turns out that the people were right, and technically Troy Ave told us what was up from the get-go. Because recently he gave a Manhattan jury a true account of a fight-or-flight struggle with internet op Taxstone for the strap used to fatally wound Banger. While testifying at Taxstone's homie trial, he made it clear that he chose to fight back after he was hit and wounded on May 25th, 2016. If it's fight or flight, I'm always gonna fight, because at that point you could lose your life. Collins 37 said in Manhattan Supreme Court, "It looks like if you see people wrestle in high school wrestling, that type of position. When the shot goes off, I see the light from the spark and I hear the shot," he testified. "This is all happening fast. I get up and start fighting Taxstone, trying to take him, grab the gun, and another shot goes off. I put my leg up to kind of block the shot from hitting me in the face or chest. I got up," Collins said. "I'd rather die fighting. People die from leg shots. I'd rather die fighting than laying on the ground. I got up immediately." and then got a hold of the strap and the joint misfired, he testified. Only then did he notice that Banger was on the ground unresponsive.
Shit, I mean, I ain't gonna cap to you. It's better to fight than run away, because shit, you run away, they'll shoot your ass in your back. Shit, you fighting, you damn near got a better chance of survival. I ain't gonna cap to you, but it really depends on the situation, because sometimes running might be your best situation.
I rolled his body over and I'm like, Banger, get up, come on. I'm smacking him like, come on, bro, get up, Collins testified. As his eyes were rolling to the back of his head, his shirt was red, so I could tell he got shot. Troy's lawyer told the Post that prosecutors promised him a 1-year sentence instead of the 15 years he could have faced in exchange for his testimony at Campbell's trial, which, to be honest, sounds like an amazing deal, not gonna lie. He said there were a lot of people packed into the room when he heard Tech shout out, "What's poppin'?" and what he perceived to be a threatening way. Banger turns around to Av and says, "I'm gonna rock him," which means I'm gonna hit him, Collins testified. And then I wink at him. I tell him, "Do your thing." He said that's when Campbell reached for his waistband and pulled the gun, supposedly assassinating Ronald McFadden. Following his testimony in typical Harry Potter fashion, he dropped 2 diss tracks going at Casanova and Taxstone. Never one to waste a moment, he has shown no signs of slowing down his mission.
Them rappers love to do them diss songs, because they know them diss songs, them diss songs is what's gonna get them niggas the most money. I ain't gonna cap to you. They always making bread off. I ain't gonna cap. Certain rappers is only relevant because they diss.
To clear his name and to try to make Taxstone look as stupid as possible. Unfortunately for Taxstone, he was found guilty on Thursday, March 22nd, 2023 of manslaughter, assault, and gun possession charges for the May 2016 incident. He will hit court again and face sentencing later on this month. Since that happened, Av has been in more internet smoke than Bill Gates on 420. I mean, bruh has had words with Joe Budden. Then now...
I always thought you was a doof, just so I'm clear. I'm trying to have an objective talk, but I think you a doof.
He kept it 100. He said, nigga, I always thought you was a doof. Basically a goofy. Damn. He said it straight to him on the podcast.
And that was the reason I always stayed away from goofy niggas like you. Because you have to protect your energy.
Call me a doofus. I have another one. I think you're soft. I think you're an emotional chump. I think you're a chump because I've seen a Taxstone, Ratstone. You.
My son.
Right, any man who's involved and engaged in street life and activities and all of the shit that comes with it and profits off the streets and benefits and wants to be known as quote-unquote gangster and how they bust they and they sell all of this shit, and then when it's time to be held accountable for those actions that you glorified, that you was able to profit off of, but you don't want to deal with that, but you want to see somebody else be held accountable for their actions, then you're accountable.
Okay.
Yeah, that's some bitch ass shit. And that's why I say lots of these niggas is really hoes. They just haven't been put in real situations yet. And that's why I don't fuck with the streets, because it's like, you never know who really about that shit till they really in the situation. And then when it's in a situation, it might be too late. And now you cooked because you found out they ass not really what they said they was.
Hey,
when the verdict was read, my son said, "I love you, be strong," to his family and friends as he left the courtroom. In 1997...
Excuse me, can we stop for a minute? My son said, "I love you, be strong."
Family and friends.
Wait, "I love you, be strong." What is he, the bread earner of his family? He's robbing cab drivers at Bottle Point, at Broken Bottle Point. Wait, how much is he earning for this family? Be strong.
Damn, I mean, that's like some bogus ass shit, because shit, just telling their ass to be strong. You don't know what the fuck connection they got with they peoples, bro. That's some real goofy ass shit to say. Come on now, buddy ass a weirdo.
And even Mano. And it doesn't seem like things are gonna slow down anytime soon. So with all that being said, what do you guys think?
I don't know. This whole little situation, they ass. Shit, I don't know. That whole situation weird as hell, you feel me? But shout out to Insider Hotspot. Link to the original video will be in the description, man.